So you're back in Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I am, full circle.
Yeah, it's kind of a pretty.
Oh, it's so stressful.
It's a pretty backdrop for a nice summer movie, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is, and it has just such a fun tone to it. Obviously, it's quite serious with these destroyers behind us, but it was a great experience, and I had never been to Pearl before, and to have the access, which is unparalleled, like we had, was insane. It was incredible.
And you didn't just get access to like the harbor and the ships, but you
No.
really had like.
No, we had
the
VIP
Navy.
tours. We had anything you wanted, any blunt question you had was awesome to be a part of. We're going in submarines and dealing with these guys and going out on the ships, which it's not a standard day for anyone,
Right.
except these guys, really.
Sure. And some of them were even in the film, like they.
Yeah,
they were,
absolutely.
you trained
A
with
lot
them.
of them were, yeah. And that was a lot. This was my office for 3.5 months. And when you can shut down the Missouri, you can, go into and work on Battleship Row and be a part of that and be surrounded by the true heroes and the naval officers. It was great. It really was an incredible, and that's something you don't really think about when you're signing on to a gig, and so that was just such a bonus on every level.
This comes out the weekend before Memorial Day, so it's kind of like popcorn fun, patriotism.
Deservedly so. And I love that we shined a light on these guys, these veterans, and in between takes, you're on the Missouri and you're talking to this 94-year-old guy that had served, and had lost a lot of people during the strike, and it was incredible.
So not only are you saving the world, but there's sort of this, thing in the back of your head that your lady friend's on land. And she's not just a lady friend, she's kind of a hot lady friend. Can you talk about the love relationship with Brooklyn's
She's
character?
like an 11. Yeah, she's great. And I tend to improv a lot and throw the odd curveball, especially when Pete allows me to, which is quite often. And I was throwing her a lot, man, and she just threw them right back. And that's when you knew it was going to be just a good time. And she's just a lot of fun and just game for anything.
So can you just tell me about the romantic part for Hopper and Sam? That's kind of, you're kind of a screw up at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I think it really is a love story at the end of it. It's just aliens get in the middle of it, basically, if you really want to boil it down to something simple. And I love that this cat would do anything to get the girl, and it is the girl for him, and it's just a lot of fun to watch and see it kind of unfold.
Totally. Did you give me my last number? Oh, you didn't? Heck yeah.
Sweet.
In one of your other interviews, you were kind of talking about the Hopper brothers, and you was like, that sounds like a band.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but you guys are pretty great dynamic.
Great.
He keeps you in line, but you still kind of screw up.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the brother dynamic with you and Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you want to make every scene count, but especially that kind of stuff. I think it grounds the movie in a lot of ways, and it's because of him that he turns and finds his true potential and purpose, and so he represents so much to his to Hopper, and no, that was a huge relationship, and I thought it played great.
Totally. And then last, probably just the strategy aspect of this, like everyone's got to come together.
I thought it was quite clever, especially you see Hopper on the soccer field. And how he literally is saying, I don't want your help, I don't need your help, and like ripping into teammates, and then, full circle moment of him like truly needing everyone at the end of the day. And it was very clever how Pete brought it in, and even how we even fight the aliens with the tsunami buoys and stuff was awesome. And it was a tip of the hat to the game, and it was great.
Everybody's got to come together.
Yeah, absolutely. The
great.
unity with everyone was super important.
That's awesome. I think I'm done.
Cool.
It was good to meet you. So we were just talking about what's it like, you filmed in Pearl Harbor, what's it like to be this backdrop for this film, this summer film? It's kind of gorgeous.
It's special to be in such a historic place, and to be on board a lot of the ships we went on and shot on. It was special. I felt very, very honored to be a part of this film and the movement, and having the Navy be a part of it, and so supportive. They were here every step of the way.
And they helped you guys train, you were able to be on the ships, but they're like real Navy folks in the film.
And they also got to be in the movie, and Pete was very good at that. A lot of them were just on set helping, and telling us about things and training in their gear, and then Pete would just go, "Hey, you, go to wardrobe." And right on the spot, they would be in the movie, and it was intimidating for me because now I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I don't know what I'm doing wrong because there's a professional right here. That was really good though. They were very, very helpful.
Really added to the authenticity, I think,
Absolutely.
of what you guys like. They're badass, so they helped make you a badass. Like,
Absolutely, just their whole demeanor is impeccable.
for sure. So, I wanted to ask you about the music in this movie. Like, I don't know if music has anything to do with what you music or the movies that you go to, but it's like it's some rock music. It's like AC/DC, Creedence. When you first saw the movie, what did you think about the music in it?
I thought the music made it even more intense, more badass, and I think music plays an incredible part of a film because it helps to relay the emotion or the mood that you want. It helps to create that, and for this one, it was a lot of badass moods and energy that we needed, and I guess those songs really helped to pull that out.
For sure. So this is your first time. You gonna do it again?
I would love to.
What do you want your next film to be?
I want to try comedy.
Yeah.
I really do. I love watching comedy, and it seemed like something that would be fun to shoot. I did a skit on Shairani with SNL, and I enjoyed working with comedians, so it felt like it would be fun.
Yeah, you gotta have some light moments with like Jesse Plemons. And what was it like working with like Jesse and Taylor? And what they're kind of like this youthful. You all were like bring this youthful charge to saving the world. What's that like?
They're very funny guys, very funny. There was never a dull moment on set. Like even at times when you know sometimes we're tired or sometimes I just needed to learn something from them. They were helpful. So I would say I had a pretty great experience working with them. Jesse was super fun. Hopper, very helpful.
So if aliens really were coming down to Earth and you had to like pick your team like you did in this movie, like who would be your team? Would it be Liam, Taylor?
Definitely Liam Neeson. I mean, everybody else on the team, I could care less. As long as I have Liam Neeson, there's no one tougher than him. He is so intimidating. And even seeing him on set was scary. He's scary, but he's a very good person, very kind, very sweet. You wouldn't think that. So I would feel safe.
It's great. So when you're describing this to like your friends, Pete told me he made this movie for the inner 12-year-old boy and everybody. So when you're trying to describe it to people, like you're getting action, you're getting aliens, you're getting love, you're getting all of that, how do you describe it to people?
I think that actually really, really makes sense because you watch it, it's an incredible action movie. The action just keeps going and going and going. There's one thing to the other. And every scene is a little more unexpected than the one before. But then at the same time, there's these incredible relationships between the characters that are charming. It makes you care more.
It's fun. I think I'm good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.